Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we're here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Hello there, my friend. It's good to
Hello.
see you. How are things going?
Going well, going well.
Good. Well, friends and family listening, or my mom, I guess I should say.
And
Uh, oh, go ahead. What's that?
audio is good. I
Oh,
checked it already.
wow! You look at you. You're on fleek, as they say,
On
as the
fleek.
kids say. Hey, and we already have some action on,
Oh,
on today's webcam. Look at that. We've got Columbine Shooter walking by. There we go.
timely reference.
Very prescient.
Yes, it is a blistery 34 degrees
Yeah,
out.
it is a little chilly out there. I mean, there's probably a streak of condensation that has frozen and fallen to the sidewalk from that person who walked by a moment ago. Yes,
Yes.
very cold out tonight for our friends in Australia who were enjoying a nice early summer there, or late summer, I think.
Yes.
Late summer there. So, and if we're going to continue on the temperature, it's a balmy 58 degrees where I'm sitting right now. So I'm going
It
to be
is.
keeping the hat on today.
It is 69.4 degrees Fahrenheit
Nice.
at my
Nice.
desk.
Davis echoey during driveway cam.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Grandma, who
Yeah.
I happened to run into in IRL in real life the other night at the Battered Fish and Chips, which is now open in Tualatin, a lovely fish and chips shop that they have a location in Salem that we had been to before. So we were very excited for that. But we got to chat about all things tech, meet her family, and she met my family. It was just all kinds of fun at the Battered Fish and Chips in Tualatin, Oregon.
Well, that's
Highly
cool.
recommended.
That is cool. I'm going to figure
Yeah.
out how to switch. Yeah, there we go. So if I want to look at another screen, I have to put it in
Yes.
studio mode, which is more professional, and you got
Mm.
your preview window and your whatever window. So it looked like the transition worked fine. I didn't see anything over on the web screen or I'm sorry, it's on the
Driveway.
driveway cam. So the driveway
Yes.
cam, we got our screen capture. Maybe it's a screen capture that's doing it. I'm not sure, but we
That
will.
promo should get you a free dinner, Grandma says. Yes, I did film a video for PDX Fast Foodie. I have not published it yet, but if you are not following me on PDX Fast Foodie,
You
do
should
it.
be. So I noticed that you were in uh, a location here.
Yes.
Let's go
This was
to.
a previous location that I came across, and I just like this podcast studio. I moved back here. I did just notice there's a floating plant.
And what
And
about the font choice for the screen back there?
yeah,
99 with two different fonts.
two different fonts, and then podcast back there with some weird images. This I did use this once before, but since you have me on widescreen, I do have a hat. And Dave,
It
something for
is.
you and producer Todd. You might recognize that.
Looks like Goodwill.
Goodwill
Yeah, it's a
tag.
Goodwill
And this
tag.
hat has something on the back. It
Yeah, I know.
says
I'm having a hard time. Something supporters of
proud
meat
supporters of the West.
of the
Does that
West.
ring any bells for anybody?
Proud supporters of the West. This is going to be. I don't know.
Duh.
Boot
Boot
Barn.
bone.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Yes, I made a rare visit to Goodwill the other day. I had a little extra time, stopped by and picked up three, count them, three new trucker hats.
Holy cow!
Yes.
That's amazing. And will we be seeing subsequent hats on subsequent shows? That's a hard word to say.
Yes, actually, well, I might spread them out. There's one that would not really be appropriate till the middle of March.
Okay.
But the other one, maybe I'll bust that out next week if
And
I
I
remember that far in the future.
and I have to ask, you're kind of pulling a little mini pearl there, leaving your tag on. Is that
I
something that you do?
No, it is not. That is just for you and Todd to give the
Okay.
goodwill love on there.
All
So
right. I was a little bit scared that you're like, no, it's in
I'm
its
doing the
natural
tag.
form.
Nope.
It's part of its history. You know, doing a short sidestep into comic books and whatnot, a lot of people will be like, well, I don't take the stickers off, or no,
Mm.
actually, not comic books. It'd be like video games. I leave like the GameStop sticker on there, whatever. Not
Oh
me,
yeah.
because they say that's part of the story of this game. I pull everything off and try to make it look as pristine and clean as
Christine.
possible. So I guess I don't uh, abide by the culture.
Yes. Well, Dave, we should have gotten on this right away. I don't know if you even know this. Breaking news.
Whoop! Ding ding
This
ding ding
is
ding ding ding.
pertinent for you. We've got some more Apple news coming up, but I found just before the show, I was checking some last minute news sources,
Are you
and
kidding
they
me?
quietly released today. Apple now lets users migrate their purchases between Apple accounts.
Are you kidding me? This
I'm
is
not.
amazing.
Yes. We
Ah,
were just talking about this last week because you had talked about another podcast. You had told me not on the show, but
yeah.
about another podcast where they were kind of dealing with this multiple Apple count.
So here's the
Uh,
problem for people who go way back with these accounts. Just briefly, I'm trying to do everything briefly tonight. So I have an account.
whew,
Yeah, so
whew,
I know.
Dave's got jokes.
Yeah, I'm the nerd of the family. I have an iCloud account. I set up all the other phones with my account because I purchase games, I purchase other software, I do all this stuff, and it's like, Dad, I want the game on my phone. Well, let me sign into your phone with my store account, and you can have the app too. All right, then enter like uh, mobile me and all these other crap, iCloud, whatever, and it's like, oh, well, child one, you get an iCloud account because I don't want you seeing my calendar events and changing my notes and all this stuff. And child two, you get one, and wife, you get one, and um, then I guess I'm still signing you in with my store account because now the Apple ID and the store are separate. So you have your own Apple ID, but you still use my store. And then it's like, that works for a while. And then family accounts. Now we can all be part of the family. Well, I don't want to use my old family account anymore. I want a nice new iCloud account, uh, not based on the one I set up 14 years prior, but all my
Yeah.
purchases are there. What do I do? Well, you can add the old account to your family, but if you have too many family members, it doesn't work, and then you just are like, well, anyway. I know that was long, but that's how these accounts
Yeah.
get separated and all these separate places, and they're just hanging out everywhere. And you have to keep those legacy accounts around to still access the apps that you purchase. But you're telling me, so you're telling me there's a chance. There's a
Yes.
chance that I can move the apps from my old legacy account into my new, which is like 8 years old at this point,
Yes.
account.
Yes. Yeah, and 9 to 5 Mac has all of the instructions there and which settings you need for which account to make it work. But
I'm so
yeah,
scared. I'm scared this is going to mess everything up.
and they do have an official support article. So if you happen to be in the case where you need to migrate purchases between Apple accounts, check out that link in the show notes.
And let me ask you this, because I just learned about this moments ago. Is this like a one and done? Is it like you're never going to be able to move that app again? We're going to do it once, but then or is this like a new thing where if I want to migrate my stuff to, for example, if I die and in my will I say Nate gets all of my
Mhm.
apps, can I transfer them to you or my whoever's in charge of my state, and then like you could give them to your wife, or like how does that work?
I do not know, and I'm looking through the Apple support article, and it can already be used. It looks like,
Well, we can follow up next week too after
yeah,
we have some time to research this.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the article is February 11th at 3:30 p. p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pacific
I
time.
told you it was breaking news. That was hours ago this was published.
That's
And
crazy.
speaking of doing research for next week,
Yeah.
Les, this might be the first time in the history of the show
That we've done
where last
research.
week
Oh,
I said I was going to research something for this week, and I did, just
whoa.
because I wanted to set Dave straight on
Okay.
this.
I'm 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 living for it.
Yes, we were talking about Apple's shared photo albums.
Yeah.
And you thought it counted against your iCloud storage. It does not. It is
Hmm.
independent of your iCloud storage. Share from the official Apple support document, number 108916, if you're
My
keeping track.
my favorite Apple support document.
Yes. Shared albums don't count against your iCloud storage, but there are limits to the number of photos, albums, and invites you can share. So some of these limits are funny. Maximum number of photos and videos from a single contributor across all shared albums per hour, 1,000.
Dang it.
Maximum number of photos and videos from a single contributor across all shared albums per day, 10,000.
Are they
And
just
then
trying
there's
to keep people from having fun or what?
yeah.
Who can
Yes,
live within
please do
those?
not start a shared album with somebody and share more than 1,000 photos per hour. They do have some other stipulations. None of them are too particular.
Sharing
But
suggestions are limited to 5,000 items with a maximum share size of 1 gig. So it seems like up to 1 gig. What if I have 30 shared albums that are maxed out? I guess they don't care, huh?
yeah,
What's 1
yeah,
gig to Apple? Nothing.
yeah. So it does support, all the different image and video formats. But important to remember, this is something I have realized because Chelsea and I believe we're on our fifth shared album because we hit the 5,000 photo limit,
Yeah.
especially once we had Isla. A couple more pictures we're taking. But when shared, photos are reduced to 2048 pixels on the long edge, which is a decent size. It's not like postage stamp quality. It's a good quality, but it's not the full quality. Panoramics can be 5,400 pixels wide. Videos can be up to 15 minutes in length and are delivered at up to 720p. So that
Up
is
to.
an important limitation if you care about high quality video is that if you like, let's say Chelsea took a funny video of Isla, I wanted to use it for PDX Fast Foodie. Let's say she put it in the shared album, I grab it out of there. It's
Yeah.
only going to be 720p instead of 1080 or 4K. That's something I had realized. So I would say that's probably the biggest limitation for shared albums, but they are a great place. I've also noticed it feels like when I access shared albums on my phone, it's trying to download and use storage on my phone on those. So it will
Yeah.
use, it doesn't do the optimization quite as well as your regular Photos album. Um, but it does not count against your iCloud storage, which is good to know.
That is good to know. And sometimes listener Tyler, I, I say this with accuracy, texted me the information about sharing, transferring apps from one to another. I said, you must be listening to the show because we just discussed that.
Yes, very nice. He's trying to get in. Yeah, he's not so breaking news with Tyler,
Yeah.
friend of the show. He's been on before.
Yeah. Oh, of course. But, I don't get this thing. Oh, I work all day and my family wants to see me and we have dinner together and I have 3 small children. And I mean, come on. It's the Not Nerd Show.
Yeah,
Why isn't the
one
whole
night a
family
week.
watching? That's what I want to
One
know.
one night a week. And one more thing that I wanted to mention before we get into our main topic, which isn't going to be much of a main topic because it kind of fizzled out because we were hoping Apple would announce something. But I did want to talk a little bit about Notpick reviews. And
Oh,
hey, Grandma reminds me she left a review on Notpicks. And
oh
when I went
my.
on there to go look at her review, I do have to, it sends me an email and I approve them. I realized there was one from Wes that he had left a little while ago. And
How can
so I approved that as
without
well.
clicking on every product, how do I see these
Let's see.
reviews.
I'm trying to remember. Hold. Let me go into the website dashboard. That's sad that I don't remember which product she reviews. Then I
Well,
go into
you're
WooCommerce, which is where we have it set up, and I go under reviews. We also get a lot of spam reviews, which tells me I don't
yeah.
care about real people. I just want. She reviewed Hipstamatic, the iOS photo app,
Okay. Let's
and
see if I can find
also
that.
reviewed the Joyroom MagSafe car charger.
All right, one review on Hipstamatic from Hey Grandma. I can already tell this is going to be an obsession. Can't wait to try everything. Real cool features. The UI and web design make it really fun to use, not to mention the photos. I'm in love. You know what?
Yes.
Hey, Grandma, you should be a professional reviewer of products on Amazon because that was an amazing.
Yes.
And I'm gonna. Can I click 5 stars? What does that do? I'm is.
And you
Oh,
can
that's
leave
the
a review.
product. That's a product. I thought I was. I thought I was reviewing
Oh,
her
reviewing her
review
review.
because that would be
We could get some
amazing.
inception going on.
But since we're here, let's just talk about how easy it is to leave a review. You go to the product, you go in here to reviews, you rate it, and then I'd be like, where has this app been all my life? Amazing. And then I'm gonna put my name, Davey B, email, none, yeah, at business.com. There we go. .gov.
There you go.
I'm trying to submit it. I'm clicking the button that you can't see. There, it's submitted.
There.
Boom. And then
Boom.
our wonderful reviewers of reviews will either say thumbs up or thumbs down on that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's
And
a
Hey
good.
Grandma says, my family has to wait until the show is over to eat or talk or ... But I wanted to bring this up because I do want to encourage people to go over there, look for products, of course, at Notpicks. But if there's anything on there, you leave a review and we're going to do a giveaway. So it's February 11th today.
Yes,
I'm going
sir.
to cut it off on the last day of the month, February 28th. And we'll give away the $20 Amazon gift card. So right now, both Wes and Hey Grandma have entries. But you
And
can go over there and get your entry as well.
David B.
And
just
Davey
submitted
B. Davey
submitted one.
B. I think there's some rules on there or
You know what
something
I need
about
to
that.
do? Because anything can be hacked. I need to have a secret identity that only
Yes.
I know, and fake you out to think it's a real person. It's like,
Yes.
man, now the plot thickens.
Oh, and here is my beef. So I mentioned that we've been getting spam reviews on there. And there's one guy, Eric Jones, who he does like SEO, and I'll get you to
Right.
the top of everything, and web visitors, I'll get you web visitors. So he left probably 30, 40, it's probably automated comments or reviews on there.
Yeah.
Most of them, he reviewed it at 1 or 2 stars, the product.
Well, that
So not
doesn't.
only are you spam, you're a one star comment. So I'm definitely not going to approve that with the
No.
combination of things.
You
I'm
would
like, what
think
the?
that
Do you
makes
know
no
how stars
sense.
work?
Yeah, that's weird. That's really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Well,
So I had some major beef with Eric Jones at Eric Jones, my email at gmail.com. I should
that's
email him
not
back and say,
real. That's a.
you
It's
dum
not
dum.
his name. Well, you
Yes.
should say, hey, why don't you hire me to help you optimize your process of getting optimized customers?
Yes.
You
Let me give
ding-a-ling.
you some tips. Let me give you a pro tip. Leaving a 1-star review on a product is not going to get me to use your rushleadgeneration.com.
Legion, the best thing
Uh,
ever.
yes, yes. Well, I teased our
Oh,
lovely main topic. I was hoping, as I was putting the show notes together, that there's a lot of rumors that Apple might be releasing their iPhone SE version 4 this week. And I thought,
wow.
they like to do things on Tuesday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
They did not do it. There's rumors that it'll still be happening this week, but they did release a product and a brand that I forget all about most of the time. but it's under their Beats headphone line, the Powerbeats Pro 2.
And what happened? What's the one like? This is just one better.
One better. Now, it has a couple new features on it. It says here in the Mac Rumors article, among the upgrades for Powerbeats Pro 2 are active noise cancellation
Yeah.
with transparency mode, like the AirPods Pro and the AirPods 4 with noise canceling, personalized spatial audio, an H2 chip for improved power efficiency, and for the first time in an Apple audio product, heart rate monitoring.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
And I think also the same Tyler that was late to the breaking news, he was talking about the Apple Watch and the heart rate monitor in your ear work together to form an accurate,
More accurate.
a more accurate,
So
a more better experience.
yes, the Powerbeats, they come in a couple colors, and one of the features of these is they have ear hook on them to keep them secure. And if you click up at the top first line of the article, there's a link to the actual Powerbeats Pro 2 product page.
Yeah.
And there's a video, I think, of LeBron and the baseball player and all these guys using the Beats. They are $249.99.
Who's this fellow? That's not LeBron, is it? I don't know.
I don't know if that
there's
one is
LeBron right there. Right?
No, there's a
No?
animated autoplay video that's
Can you
probably
tell how much
hidden with all your ad
basketball I
block.
watch? Is this LeBron?
Yep, that's LeBron.
There he is.
Nailed it.
I just want to be on the same page as you.
Yes,
I'm
it's
sorry.
right under. It's up above where it says tried and tested again. So
That's
go down
gotta
just
be
a little
LeBron.
bit. Go
Okay.
down a little bit further. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
right that section where there's nothing on your website because you have your ad blockers on. Right
Oh, well,
there.
why is it an
There's
ad?
LeBron.
It's an ad. Nobody wants an ad. Forget
It's
about it.
on the own product page. It's an
Why-
autoplay video. That's why it's blocked.
Oh, I can
But,
fix that.
Yes. And producer Todd says,
There we go. There's
aren't
LeBron.
Beats the
That's
gold
the
plated?
beard. What's that?
Producer Todd has joined the chat and he said, aren't Beats the gold plated monster cables of the headphone world, or have they gotten better? I actually watched a video today. Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, he had these ahead of time for review, and he said that the audio quality is very good. Beats used to have that, but now that they have a lot of the Apple technology built into them, they aren't just super bass headphones for listening to rap music. They're
Yeah, they've been improved.
yes, yeah, but they've got some different headphones. But yeah, so that was not the iPhone SE, but
It
if
was
you are a
something.
very active person and like Apple headphones, these might be worth looking at.
And I also told Tyler that the last time I was had my AirPods and they were kind of crapping out and I was getting mad at them. I mean, they were like 3 years old, but maybe 4. I'd said I'm going to go with Beats next time because they got some different color options, not the specific model. But
Yeah.
then I was reminded why I got the AirPod Pros too. It's because there was a huge sale and they were $149. So, I mean, look for deals. If
Yep.
some of these interest you and they're $250, it's like, but around holidays or whatever, maybe
Yeah.
there's a deal going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I saw when I was going through news articles that the AirPods Pro 2, the latest ones, they've been hovering around 170, 180 if you look at like Best Buy or Amazon on deals. Yeah, again, pro tip, we've said this a lot of times. For stuff like that, don't necessarily look at Apple first. Look at other places to see.
Costco, Best Buy, Amazon,
Yes, yeah. I actually have a pair of the Beats. It's the wired. They're wireless, but they have the wire in between the
Oh,
two
yeah.
earbuds.
Yeah, they're
So that
like the tethered
yeah, and so they
ones.
can kind of hang around your neck and you can put them in. I used them for a while, but I do prefer the AirPods.
This style here.
Yes. Yes, exactly. The
Flex.
Beats Flex.
And I bet you have the black color.
Yes, I do.
How did I know that?
How did you know? I think a guy I work with, Hammer Todd, not producer Todd.
Yeah, two different Todds.
He's in the shop making hammers all the time, and he likes the ones with the strap because then he can just take them in and out, and he's not going to lose them. So
Hmm.
makes a lot of sense for
I wonder
him.
what Dr. Todd uses.
Yeah, that's a
We
good call. I
we
bet
need
he
another
uses AirPods Pro too. He
Bot
might use
Todd.
AirPods Max.
He might be a Max guy. Yeah, I bet he's
Yeah.
a Max guy.
Yep.
Bot
Yes.
Todd, Hammer Todd, Producer Todd. Don't mix them up. They're not the same
No.
person.
Yes,
So,
this is true. And I did just want to mention, we mentioned the iPhone SE4 is imminent release. There are some other rumors, new MacBook Airs with the M4 processor. I know producer Todd is kind of waiting to see that. Some new iPads, the iPad Nothing, just the generic one that hasn't been updated in like 2.5 years. A
yeah.
new one of those is supposed to be coming out. So if you're looking at Apple, buying any new Apple products, you might want to wait a little bit and just see what we see over these next couple weeks.
And on the iPads, it's like they keep making them better and faster, and they don't change the software. So
Yeah.
you don't have to rush right out and get the new iPad. If your current one
Yes.
is working, then it's probably fine.
Probably fine. I would agree. I would agree. Well, you know what else I always agree with?
I do not.
Dave's pro tip of the week.
Well, my friend, have I got a treat for you? You know that Super Bowl thing that happened?
Yeah.
Well, I used that Invites app that we talked
Oh,
about last week, I believe. Did we talk about that last week?
yeah, that was released last Tuesday.
Yeah.
So,
So I thought today we could talk about how to use that thing.
yeah.
And here is the app. This is what it looks like when you open it up. Now, there are a couple things out there I need to explain before we get started. In order to use the app, you have to be an iCloud Plus subscriber. I was trying to get the naming correct.
Yeah.
iCloud Plus subscriber, which means now if I just pay $2 a month to get extra storage, that's not iCloud Plus. That's extra storage. So it's a specific tier.
And that's, I will correct you. That's not just to use the app but to be able to create invitations.
Yes. If you, yeah, that's what I was thinking in my mind. If you
Yes.
want to create an invite to send to other people, you will have to be. But if you want to receive those and use those, you don't even have to be an Apple user at all. This is the part that I'm a little confused on. I think you still have to have an Apple ID. No matter what device you're doing it on, a computer, a
Yes.
phone, a third-party phone, your watch, whatever you're receiving it on. I
You're
think
not supposed to be required to do that, but I know some people have had issues figuring out how you do it without that.
I think you can skip it, but
Yeah.
it's like one of those. Do this is 3/4 of the screen, and then way down
Yes.
is like skip, and it's like gray on white, and you can't see it. So anyway, those are some little informations before we start.
Caveats.
Some caveats, some caviars. So I have no upcoming events because nobody's invited me to anything. I feel like a complete loser. So
Yeah.
I'm going to create my own event. Take that, everyone. And you're not invited, everyone. So I'm going to click the white click create button there in the middle, or I could also do it at the top there in the plus. But I'm going to click an event. Oh, and what is this psychedelic color? Well, we can do fun things like add a background. And I'm going to turn this off real quick because I don't know if it's going to show all my photo galleries. Okay, it did not. All right, so here's, I could choose photos if I wanted. I could use my camera. I could use Image Playground, which I did for my the big game party that I had. But there's a bunch of pre-made, terrible, ugly, awful ones that you could use as well. So
What you should do is create one for the show for next week, and then we can put it in the live chat so that people can test it out.
Oh, wow. That sounds cool. Now, keep in mind, if you participate in this public event, others may be able to see your email, your name, that type of information. So if you want to play along at home, make sure you're aware of that. Well, I'm going to pick this little beauty of an image because it speaks to me. It's
Yeah.
some bokeh on lights, and I'm going to call this. And I can choose my font. There's 4 choices, but I'm going to just leave it the default. Not nerd show. Okay, that was easy. That's
Yeah.
very easy. I can
Creative.
tap the date and time, and it brings up a date and time picker. It is not all day, but it is going to be next Tuesday, the 18th. All right, from 6:30. It ends none. It never ends.
Never
Uh,
to
we'll
be
say
determined.
we're gonna do end time 7:30. We typically
Oof.
do an hour, right? But that's optional. You don't have to leave that. It can
Yeah.
be forever. And then we talked about albums tonight. I can create a shared album. Now I'm gonna pull this away here real quick, so I don't know what it's gonna do. All right, so my album name is Not Nerd Show, and I'm gonna hit done, and it's gonna create an album. So there it is. So whoever participates in this at the event, let's say we're at a Super Bowl party, we can take pictures of food and all that stuff, and it all goes in this album, and everybody can look at it together. So that's kind of a neat feature. Let's say you're all at a concert, and everybody's
Yeah.
taking pictures from all different angles and seats, and you're like, oh look, Abby's up by Taylor Swift, like 1 inch from her, and it'd be like, I'll take my picture. Here I am from outside the stadium, looking through a little crack in the window because that's how cheap my seats are. Then share an Apple Music playlist with the participants. So maybe there's relevant music you want to play along there as well. I do not have any. So we're going to click the preview in the upper right corner now to see what we got going on. And that's what the invitation is going to look like. It's got the bokeh lights in the background. It's got the time, the date, the title. Now, the guests can press going, not going, or maybe, and everybody gets to add some photos. And I can tell you from real life experience, you can also add comments when you sign up, like, I'm so excited. What should I bring? Those type of things. And I think you can continue to add comments throughout the thing, but at least at the beginning when you sign up, you can add a comment. So that's kind of fun.
Cool.
So that's the preview. I'm going to click next again, and let's see what happens. It's going to, now here's the part. It's going to say you can either copy the link, or you can use the mail app or the message app. Or if I hit share link, it's going to bring up that little share sheet that's got like Dropbox and Kindle app or whatever app you're going to use. So yeah, I will at a different time I will copy this link.
You want to just message it to me, and I'll
that
put
might
it
be
in there.
easier. Okay, so I'm copying the link and I'm going to message it to add I'm going to message it to add. No, I'm going to add it to messages and send it to Nate. Here we go, Nate. I don't want people to see our private stuff. And then I'm going to hit done.
Oh.
Did it go?
Yep.
You can
I got
also.
it. I'm invited to Not Nerd Show.
Yeah, so you can also like put somebody's name up there. Here's what I could not figure out. I wanted to add multiple people in the little share, like to share the link. It would only let me do one person at a time, and I have to send it, and the next person, and send it, and the next person. So what I ended up doing was making a message and including like 5 people on the message, and then just posting the link and send it to everybody. But the problem there could be if you don't want to share people's numbers with other people. Like if 2 people are in the message that I want to send and they don't know each other, now they've got 2 unknown numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is not always good.
No.
You don't want to just be giving people's numbers out to other people. So it's a little bit flawed in that way. But I wish I could stack a bunch of names and hit send, and it would send individual messages out to everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
it'll happen.
it's early on. Maybe they'll add that because that does seem like that would be a nice feature. And I am going.
Are you going? Let's
I'm
see if
going. I did it via the web.
let's see if there's anything going on here.
I'm gonna
Oh,
join the on.
look at this. Look at that fellow. Nate Heath is going, it says. That's
Yes,
excite. So
and I
excite.
put it in the live chat on the show as well on YouTube, so you can click in there, and I'll put it in the show notes if
And you
I.
can share your
Well, I guess
experiences
I
if
can
you'd like.
paste it in there
Now,
now.
I will say, I did do a report, or what do they call those? Support ticket to Apple about this, and I said, "Hey guys and gals, can we please have a feature like this for inviting people for fitness challenges? Because
Oh,
right now, I have to go in and invite my wife to a fitness challenge. I have to go in and invite my sister. My wife has to go and invite my sister, and my
oh,
sister
jeez.
has to accept all of them, and my wife
Yeah.
has to accept all of them. Wash, rinse, repeat. You have 10 people in the group. They all have to invite, well, everybody has to invite, let's see. Yeah, everybody has to invite every other person. But there's two people in the invite, so only one of the two
Oh,
people, Anyway, driveway cam was still echoey, waiting for my invite. Well, hey, Grandma, I tell you what, I know your contact information, and so I'm going to send you an invite directly. Now, this isn't just for everyone, this is special for Nate. And hey, Grandma, if I can spell your name, there we go. Boom, paste, send. So there you go. If anyone else I know that's listening to the show would like a direct invite, please let me know and I will do that.
yes.
But we should move on to the next segment of
Yes,
our
yes.
show.
Because it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headline.
All right, so I'm going to switch over to the driveway cam and see if I can't. Oh, I see what's going on. I see.
Oh, you figured it out. Yes. I'm back to the chilly
Okay.
evening. It's 34 degrees according to my little widget on my toolbar there. We're not seeing
Yeah.
any activity at the. Oh, there's
Oh, there's
somebody
some
at the end of the
lights.
street coming.
You
Don't
know what I
crash
need
into
to.
Dave's garage.
Oh,
Turn,
they're going
turn.
to turn. I
Phew.
I thought that I was going to. I didn't do this, but I was going to put a big weather indicator out there somewhere
Oh,
so that we could see it. But I'm going to be more clever than that. I'm going to add my phone feed, and I'm going to just go to the weather app, and I'm going to put it over
ah,
here. But I think that'd be a nice little addition to
yeah.
our screen. There is the weather, so people have
That's
some context. But anyway, that's the
very
neighborhood.
neat. That is. Well, let us get to just the headlines.
Google pulls incorrect Gouda stat from its AI Super Bowl ad.
Bald eagle officially declared U.S. national bird after 250 years.
Finally. Twisted graphene sheets reveal unconventional superconductivity governed by quantum geometry. I read it ahead of time, Nate.
Dang it. Google removes pledge to not use AI for weapons from website.
Developer runs Doom on $50 Apple Lightning to HDMI adapter.
Jeep Jeep. I can't even say it with a straight face. Jeep introduces pop-up ads that appear every time you stop.
No. French train passenger fined $155 for using phone on speaker. Yes.
And those are just the headlines.
Okay, back to that last article about being
Yeah.
fined. America, I'm talking to you. Can we please stop all of this bickering in politics and all of this tariffs and all of these island renamings and all this? Can we just stop it all and focus on what's important? Getting people to stop taking phone calls on speakerphones in public, and listening to videos in public on their speakerphone. And I thank you, America.
Oof. And after that, I will remind people that we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Wow. On his, man, you've got my vote. Well, let's move on to our takes of the week.
I declare by the end of this decade that our phones will not be loud in public and beyond. There we go.
Phew. I like that. Phone, they should just, well, we can't take all of it away.
Yeah,
It
no,
needs
yeah.
to,
Everybody agrees except for those who don't.
yes, this is true. Well, if you watched the Super Bowl, you might have caught the ad from T-Mobile
I did.
and Starlink about their new messaging service.
Look at those
that
guys.
uses the Starlink direct-to-cellular network, and you can try it for free now. It's only texting right now with limited support for apps and multimedia coming in July for $15 per month. And you don't have to be a T-Mobile customer. You can also, I know AT&T and Verizon were mentioned, but this is for people. The commercial talked about how there's how many square miles of the US that aren't covered by cellular service. So this would give you an option in those dead zones.
Yeah.
So
I was reminding an exchange student from Germany that's living with my brother right now, that just how vast the United States is.
yes,
Vast. It is
vast.
huge. So this is a really great feature. I'm not exactly sure how it works for those who don't have T-Mobile service, but that's their problem. And you and I have tried this text to satellite thing before, and it does work. Now, with this service, is it the same thing where you have to like find the satellite and do all that good stuff, or has it been revamped?
I don't know. I think we kind of mentioned this a while ago, and I think we both signed up for the beta of it.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't get to dead zones very often, and you do have to be. It's not like it's because you're in a basement dead zone, because that's not going to work with satellites. But if you were out in nature per se, but I do not know exactly the bits and pieces of it.
Well, I was going to pop over to the comments there on The Verge, and I'm glad I didn't have the screen up, because a lot of things are talking about the owner of the Starlink system.
Yes.
And let's just say there's not a lot of favorable or clean comments regarding this. But the sentiment is, I'm not going to use this because I don't want to support Starlink.
Yes.
So that's what.
But and apparently they did launch it in nationwide in New Zealand back in December with somebody down there. So more cell service when you need it. Obviously,
that's good.
It's not going to be for scrolling TikTok, but if you do pay the $15 a month, once that comes out in July,
send photos and stuff.
Yeah.
It said the multimedia the MMS. I don't think you're going to be able to stream Netflix on it ever.
Yeah.
Well, not soon, but if you want
Never
to send
say
an
never.
image, yeah. Now, I fully think that in the future we won't need terrestrial. Well, we will still use them because they're going to be more reliable. But if you want to just be a satellite person, you can do that. Just like now, if I want to just be wireless all the time, I don't have to plug in anything.
Yeah. So. Much like the regular Starlink, that a lot of people don't have to rely on cables in the ground to get their internet anymore. So
that is right.
I need to search through my email and see if I missed the invite, because I think we both signed up on the beta like a month ago when we got it from T-Mobile. So come on, T-Mobile.
Well, here's the thing. T-Mobile doesn't know who we are.
Yeah.
Don't you know who we are, T-Mobile? Hello, McFly.
Hello.
Come on.
I'm going to go down to the T-Mobile store and start knocking over some tables.
Well, here's the thing. Don't they know that we have, hang on, 2 going to next week's podcast?
Yeah.
Don't they know?
Come on.
How important we are?
Yes.
Well, 3 if you count me.
The next one, as I was getting caught up on my news articles, I saw many updates on this, but this one from 9 to 5 Mac: consumer electronics from China getting more expensive as tariffs bite. And it's not just electronics, but there are 10% import tariffs. Now, and I don't know how much this one gets into it, but the US Post Office had actually, because we've talked in the past, there's an exemption, I think under $600 or something, that
Yeah.
you don't have to pay tariff, which that's been removed. So for a day or two, the US Post Office stopped any shipments coming in from China, and then they resumed it. But yeah, so this is going to be interesting
It
and
might be
not good for
$800.
companies like Temu. Well, Temu's actually moved to a lot of US distribution, but Shine
Yeah.
or Sheen,
Sheen, yeah.
whatever that company is, that the direct from China where you can get stuff for like $1.50
Now,
with shipping, that's going to change.
I will
Values
say,
below $800.
yeah, I think there might, I mean, I don't want to create a conspiracy theory, but I do know that Jeff Bezos is on the, yeah, there you go. I still haven't made my hat yet.
Yes.
Jeff Bezos is on the little tech council, and this
Yes.
is very much going to benefit Amazon to not have all these small little Chinese companies sending knickknacks from
Yes.
China. So,
Yes. Much like Meta would benefit strongly from TikTok not
yes.
existing anymore.
Yeah,
There's
but we already discussed that we are the most non-partisan tech podcast, so we're not even
yes.
going to talk about those conspiracies. But you can
No.
play along at home and make up your as many as you like.
Yes. Yes, you can. And earlier, hey, Grandma said, give everyone a set of earbuds and pray they use them. Yes,
Oh,
some people just are so unaware.
I actually thought about buying a bunch of cheap Bluetooth earbuds, and like $10 ones or something. It's
Yeah.
still going to cost me, and just be like, oh, hi, fast food worker who's on break, who thinks that they can just flood the entire restaurant with their TikTok video. This is a
Yes.
gift from me to you. I'm not signaling anything, which would be a lie. But yeah,
Yes.
I just thought about doing that, being kind of a
That'd be your
headphone
next
Santa
video
Claus.
series.
Yeah,
Skip
headphone Santa
Dave rates
Claus.
screens. Dave rates people's public speakerphone
Oh man,
audio.
that would be good. Hey, and there's an update. I've got an update here.
No.
Um, Real time update on the Not Nerd Show invite. We've got one picture in the album. I'm going to look at it before I make it
Yes. Yes.
big here. Um, it's hey, Grandma, may I show this picture? I'll let her answer before
Yes.
I show it.
Before you
Um,
put it out into the
into the
YouTube
ether.
ether. But I will move on. The next one's just kind of a PSA. Microsoft is cracking down on people upgrading to Windows 11 on unsupported hardware. I will admit I have done this for clients with unsupported computers that are too old, don't have some of the security features that Windows 11, the TPM 2.0 requirement. And it was easy to get around that and still install Windows 11. Windows 10 is supposed to go away September, October of this year. Again, my recommendation, I believe I've said it before in the show, if you have a Windows 10 machine that is not eligible to upgrade to Windows 11, it's time to start saving for a new computer, because it's got to be, it's probably like 5 or more years old. And in PC land, that's a long time.
It is. I
Um,
wish I could 100% agree with that, because I've been happily using Open Core Legacy Patcher software to revive old Macintosh computers
yes.
by allowing them to run the latest operating systems. And there are compromises.
Yes.
They take away some features that are just going to bog down or whatever. But for the most part, I've been able to get like 8-year-old computers on
Yes.
the latest
Well,
operating system.
that's the difference. You're using Macs.
Oh,
I'm talking about PCs.
okay.
Big difference. And you can get, $500-$600. You can really, for the average person, for a home computer, you can get a great laptop for $500-$600. That's going to be good. Grandma says, give everyone. Oh no, Dave's great earbud G.
Gee.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
Yes, the videos.
Phooey, she
Ooey.
says.
And our last one, another PSA. We talk every month about Microsoft Patch Tuesday, which I believe was actually today. I didn't see it in my news feed, but there is an iOS 18.3.1 update that includes a fix for actively exploited vulnerability.
That's exciting because I think I just updated to 18.3 the other day. And so
Wow.
now 3.1 is out. So
Yes,
that's
keep those
exciting.
updates coming. Oh, and
And,
8 hours ago, we're just gonna do it real time. Breaking news:
what?
Microsoft February 2025 Patch Tuesday fixes 40 days 55 flaws.
Wow, that's
Woo.
amazing. So that has nothing to do with the Mac thing. So, but it's Patch Tuesday. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
And I think
realized it was the second Tuesday of the month, so it's Microsoft Patch Tuesday.
that's exciting. It looks
Yeah,
like one more time with feeling Dave's great earbud giveaway, and
there we
I
go.
think she was saying yes to the picture reveal. So I'm going to show the picture that she shared in the
Yes,
invite right now. So this is a picture,
to encourage you to go.
yeah, of her grandson. But will
Oh,
there
eating some
be
food.
pizza?
Mm.
And a little shout out.
Everyone is welcome to have pizza at home for the show next
And
week.
you'll notice on the hat, I can't zoom in. There is a railroad,
Oh,
Pacific Railroad or whatever that is. I don't know railroads. But check out the train guy on the YouTubes. You might see some
yes.
train videos from that little man sitting there eating a pizza. So
Nice.
exciting.
Very exciting. Well, after Microsoft news and iOS news, let's cleanse our palate with a bonus odd take that comes from producer Todd.
Yeah.
I don't think we've covered this one. He came across it and shared it with us. We've definitely done similar ones, but this is explore.org/livecams,
And I feel
which is a
like
resource for great nature live cams or animal live cams.
we've done this because I've been playing around with it. But
Ah,
yeah, you go to the website, you can look across the top to all these different categories. And then you can scroll down and you can look at all these live cams.
yeah.
And here's an eagle. That's anything. So right now, as you can tell from the Pacific Northwest here, it is dark here, which means the rest of the United States is dark. But sometimes during the day, if you see dark ones, it's like, oh, that must be in Africa or something like that. And I'm just going to look at one here. This is African animal lookout camera powered by explore.org. You can tell that it's starting to be sunny over there. Oh, and I
Yes.
hear some bird sounds. And so the sun's coming up in Africa. I wouldn't be surprised that in moments this black and white picture turns to full color as the IR
Yes.
sensor adjusts. Where's the animal?
There's a jellyfish camera, the West Coast Sea Nettles jellyfish tank.
Oh yeah, man, there's
Yeah,
everything.
so if you want to explore some live cameras,
Here's the
these
puppy
ones seem to
whelping
they
room.
have different categories.
This is in
Oh,
Germantown,
island.
MD's at Maryland. The
Yes.
puppy whelping room at Warrior Canine Connection powered by explore.org. So if you want to just look up puppies, they're sleeping right now. But, probably in a couple hours, they're going to be up jumping
Sheep
on everything.
barn. Man, the possibilities are endless here on the live cam options. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think it's fun. Uh, this one, I was like, well, it's still light out. Where's this? Oahu, Hawaii. That's why it's not dark there
Oh,
yet. Look at that.
yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And hey, Grandma did say Union
Union
Pacific. If
Pacific. That's right.
yes, and Train Guy is up to 456 subscribers, but we're not Nerdist trying to catch up. Smash that subscribe button. We've got to pass the Train Guy.
We cannot let the train guy win. In fact,
No, no.
if you're a subscriber to him right now, you should unsubscribe. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Yes.
kidding. I would never
Yes. Well, you know
suggest
what the
that.
train guy doesn't have?
What's that?
Our picks of the week.
I think I got the button on that one, or at least
Nice.
partial. It's probably like
Push the button.
picks of the week or something like that. Well, Nathan, Detroit.
Yes.
A while back, months ago, we talked about the time capsule. And no, I'm not talking about Apple's ill-fated product from days
Yeah.
of yore. This is an accessory to Apple's AirTags. You may remember these little guys. They're
Yes.
little AirTags you put in your luggage or whatever so you can find it. Well, the time deal, what is it? Time capsule.
Time capsule.
It is a thing that looks this big, and you're like, well, that's terrible. That thing is huge. What am I going to do with that? Well, my friends, you open it up, and on the inside, you put. I got the wrong side. Let me get the other piece. And I know it looks an awful lot like a bomb. This is not a
Yes.
bomb. This is what it is it replaces the back of your AirTag, which normally has a watch battery. It
Oh.
replaces it with two AA batteries, and I'm going to just pop that in there. I heard it chirp. And then I'm going to put the lid on like yar. And then there's some screws that you can cinch it down with. You put this sucker in your car, and you're thinking, well, that's good. I won't have to replace my battery every year, or the second year, or the third year. This baby will last for 10 years, my friends.
10 with a T?
With a T. 10 years.
Wow. One
like,
decade.
yeah.
1 decade battery life on your AirTag.
And here, since I plugged it in, it's looking for me to connect the AirTag. I haven't set it up yet. So it works. It powers it. It makes it come alive. Yeah,
That's
so instead of a little watch battery. Now, some people may say, my car, I'm sticking this thing in my bag because I don't want to ever touch it again in my life. Because usually about a year and a half, you have to go and change the battery. You got to spin the thing off, and then you drop it. And yeah, so the price on these guys was, I don't know if this is what I paid for it because I got an early thing.
Early bird.
And this was, so right now you can buy a single item for $20. I did not pay $20. Let's see what a 2-pack. You can save a little bit with a 2-pack. I did get the 2-pack, so I think I paid about $15 maybe. Maybe you know what? Maybe I paid full price. I don't know. It was probably around that much. But these things are going to last forever. Here we go. Here's the specs. We sold out of our first run. You're welcome. Here we go. 2 AA batteries. Blah blah. Designed. Where does it say the how long it'll go? Maybe in the specs. Well, I'm there. It is. It's in the name. 10-year battery case for AirTag. 10 years. So if you're looking for an extended life battery tag, so what I'm going to do, I got 2 of these AirTags laying around that are unused. I'm going to put them. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I got 4 of these. I got the 4-pack.
Oh, the 4-pack.
I got the 4-pack. What am I going to do with 4 of them? Anyway, I got 4
How
of them.
does Dave know what a bomb looks like? Hey, Grandma asks.
Oh, yeah.
He watches a lot of movies.
I watch a lot of TV. So, I'm sorry. I got a 4-pack. No, I mean, not that anybody cares, but I got these things. Just, I'm dripping with these things.
Then they're $10 a piece. They are actually on Amazon as well. They're not like Prime Overnight, but you do get free deliveries.
I think I paid I must have just paid retail here, 50% off. I got the 4-pack for $40. The plan at the time was I have my car, my family car, and then my daughter's car, and then I could send one to my son. But throw them in your car, hide them in your car, and just leave them there. Add the AirTag to your thing, and then if your car gets stolen, or if you're in a parking lot, or you park it at the airport, you don't have to worry about it. Because normally you take your keys with you, which have the AirTag on them, or your bag, which has the AirTag. Well, this one just stays in your car forever. Well, for 10 years.
Yes, indeed. I am going to pick some of those up because those are good. I have an AirTag in my car, and it'd be nice to not have to worry about that because I don't go in there and look at my Find My and my AirTag devices, and so when I do need to find it,
It's going to be dead when you're going to want
it's
to
going to be
find it.
dead. Yes,
Yep.
very cool. Well, my pick of the week is something we also talked about on that wild episode when we got back from CES,
Oh yeah.
and we were talking about swag, and I showed on the back of my phone, I have the Snap Luxe that we were given these, and the guy cleaned my phone. He put it on the back of my phone. So what it is it's kind of like the pop sockets and everything, but look
Look how flush
just
that is.
how thin that is. If I can
It sticks
realize
out
which way.
lesser farther than the camera module.
Yes, this is true. It is probably half the depth of the thing, and then it pops out. It can be a little stand.
Words are
You
hard.
can use it, but as a caseless iPhone user, I just kind of like it to have just a little bit of ledge. Now, I do have one complaint.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
One complaint that is a strange complaint. This has magnets in it for MagSafe. I like
Yeah.
MagSafe. The magnet's almost too strong. Dave, you know what this thing did? The magnet being so strong?
It made
You
it
know
weaker.
my shower MagSafe ring that you
Yeah.
gave me that I still need to do a video about?
Yeah.
It pulled that off the wall.
Oh
Luckily, that
no.
stuck back on the
It's
wall.
suction.
But it
So
has some very strong magnets in the.
it increases the strength of the MagSafe magnet. Yeah, that's
Yes.
not good. I um I have one of those as well, but I
Yes.
got the case that has the built-in
Yes.
stand on it.
Which
So
I do have the
it would
case that they gave me at the. What company is that?
a Torres.
Torres. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
So that would
Yes, if you'll
negate
remember.
that would negate my
You
so I
want
haven't
the case. Yes, this is I've got that there. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with it. I did look, they don't sell on Amazon, but they're available at Target and Best Buy, Snap. They are like $40, which is a little steep, so I'm glad I got it for free.
yeah.
Um,
Tell you
there's
what.
a lot of options for this stuff, but if you want a slick, very slim little one, Snap.
And I'm going to tell you what. So, hey, Grandma, in the chat, and everyone can put the chat in there, just not hey, Grandma. It says Dave's going to give one to me when she's talking about this. I tell you what, hey, Grandma, we can use this as a giveaway for doing the comments or another
Yeah.
giveaway. So I will set one of these aside as a giveaway
Nice.
for participation. And I'm not going to commit right now, but I'm thinking that my Snap Grip Luxe, perhaps
Another giveaway?
I will add that to the giveaway as well, because I'm not sure that I'm going to ever put that on my phone.
Yeah. And I do, so it does have, I think it uses that octopus tentacle technology
Yeah.
because I can't pull it off and then
Yeah.
and because it has the magnets,
Well-
that helps it. So it's got a little bit of adhesive there, but since it's MagSafe, it grips with those strong magnets. It grips very safe on there. So
I wonder, let me ask you this. Do you
Yeah.
think, this is kind of funny. Magnets. Do you think that Snap Grip product could replace the ring on my Torres case? Like, which is better? Because as I look at the website, I'm looking at these guys. They've got their phones standing up like that,
Yeah.
but you can't really use it for a vertical. That's only for horizontal.
Yeah,
But if I went vertical,
it's not as fully functional as yours is for the for doing the stand type stuff.
and producer
the
Todd does
rotate.
say sign him up for the Snap Grip in whatever contest it is. Well,
Yes.
he's already committed. We're going to have to make that contest something that's going to cost him hard.
Yes, we need to start giving away some more of our technology. Good technology.
Yeah,
We
and my
use all
stuff's
of-
brand new. It's not
Yeah.
it's not been used. We're not going to give away used stuff like this, the old original AirPod.
Hey,
lightning
if somebody
dock
needs a
connect-
30-pin dock,
I guess, but
I've got one of those. Or no, I don't. I just have a 30-pin cable.
oh, I'm sorry, Nate. You have one of those? That's interesting.
Oh, geez. You just made my iPhone 0 fall off my desk.
Oh no. I bet you
That
use that
doesn't work
every day.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if
I
you
need to
would like
put
to
things
get
away.
either of our picks, or if you would like to enter the giveaways that we're going to be doing, or if you want other picks,
Yeah.
head over to notpicks.com
Yeah, we were
and
there
you
earlier.
can look through all the wonderful stuff we have there. And I looked through the anonymous reports and I did not update my link. So I'm furiously doing that now. So we'll just have to talk for a moment to see what
Well,
our
I'll give you an
Amazon
update.
will be. Yeah.
My Anchor Nano 3-in-1 charger, if it ever loads here, I love that thing. That's
Yeah.
great. And I was talking to a coworker today who was given, it's a part-time coworker, who was given an older computer that had, the battery's not great on it. And she's like, well, every time I go to meetings, like the battery kind of just dies like
Oh,
quick. And I was like, maybe not this particular one, but maybe I'll just buy her an Anchor USB-C charger. They're very small. It's
yeah.
it's like this big, and it comes with the cable built in, and the little drop down prongs to plug it into the wall. So she could just carry that with her to meetings, and she doesn't even have to be by a power outlet because it's got a battery in it.
Wow.
So anyway, the update on that product is it works really well.
Really well. Well, nice. Well, I did get a Ramazon purchase of the week. This one, are you ready for it? It's the SMSL SU-1 MQA-CD audio decoder AK4493S XU316 768 kilohertz / 32-bit DSD 512 high-res DAC that
Holy
somebody picked
cow!
up.
And if I
Yeah,
know anything
somebody.
about anything, a DAC is a digital to audio converter.
Yes. And that is all I know from what we just read. But it has, looks like it has coax
Oh
and
yeah.
RCA inputs, and then USB-C and optical on the back. So this is a very modern thing. It's got
Hmm.
4.5 stars on 970 ratings, 400 plus bought in the past month for $80. What 400 people needed one of these?
I use products similar to this to convert audio
Yeah.
from RCA to it's not optical. It's usually to well anyway. So if I don't have the correct plug, I will convert it. But this particular one is designed for like people who listen to music, I believe. It's not for like converting video audio to something else like that.
Ah,
So, but yeah, so you oh, here's the use case. I have a record player and I want to listen to this pristine record player on my new fancy stereo system which has an optical input. So that would be a
mm.
use case for this. Convert your and maybe it says it in there. Let's see what it does. Let's see.
Your
Clean
CD
up the
player's
recording.
digital output, optical or coaxial, can be fed to an MQA decoder. The MQA decoder can restore the original high resolution signal heard in the studio
No, it
and
cannot.
confirm it using the authentication signature SMSL
Oh,
SU-1.
wow. So it's interesting because a CD is already digital. Why wouldn't you just import it into your
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe hey grandma's husband bought this for his setup at home.
Oh,
Who knows?
yes.
But nonetheless, this is not a cheap product, so thank you
Yeah,
for
I
purchasing this
appreciate that.
through our link. And I wish I knew more about the thing. It's got all kinds of charts and whatnots and
Yeah,
who's or
that's
do's.
aluminum alloy CNC machined housing. I mean, it seems like a very popular product. I'm just not
Yeah, it
quite
actually
sure
is
how
all
many
CD.
people.
Look at this. Your CD player's digital output can be fed into the decoder. It can restore the original high-res signal
Yeah, that's what I
using
read.
authentication. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to have to learn more about this product.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever it was that bought this, first of all,
Let us
thank you.
know.
Second of all, let us know what you're using it for, because that is a very interesting product. I was curious by that as I looked at the Amazon reports. So that's something different than what we usually see purchased through our Notpicks.
And
So
hey, Grandma, this is what I was saying that you need to do is you need to be one of these reviewers here on
yeah.
Amazon. This particular person says, I got it to connect my Windows 10 PC to my stereo system, plug and play, no messing around, etc., etc. Uh, I see this. No, I couldn't hear any differences, but look, five out of 5 stars, about as good as a DAC can get, and small too. So if you need a digital to audio converter, now here's a use case that I would think of, like these cassette tape players, and you want to
Yeah.
digitalify it. So yeah, or maybe it's recording down to tape. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. The person who bought
Yeah.
it's going to let us know, I think. So
Yes, indeed. Well, very cool. Thank you for everybody that goes over to Notpicks and leaves reviews and buys stuff through our affiliate links.
mm-hmm.
We love it all so that we can get the word out to more people of all the lovely technology, etc., that we have tried over the years. And we thank you for everybody that jumped on the live chat tonight. But you can always watch it later on YouTube or listen in your favorite podcast app so we can all get out there and tech better. Extended dance remix.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.